Annyeonghaseyo!
Konnichiwa!
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Katie.
And we're H&K Drama. And we filmed like 3 reviews today, so if we're wearing the same clothes for like the next 5 videos, don't be surprised. Today we are doing a review for, I would argue, probably one of the most well-known K-dramas of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Probably
Yeah.
the most
Probably
well-known.
the most, if not close to one of them. And that would be Boys Over Flowers. So, Boys Over Flowers, it was Katie's first K-drama. And it was
a year ago.
Yeah, and it was one I was really hesitant into watching because Katie is bad at describing things and was like, telling me all the weird cheesy stuff.
I told her
It was
about all
happening,
the weird parts.
and I was like, this just sounds so stupid and so weird. Why would I watch it? And so finally, I was home from school sick, puking, and I had Netflix up and it was on there. And then I watched like 10 episodes that day, and yeah, and I couldn't stop watching it. It was so much better than she made it out to be. It is so cheesy, but at the same time, it's not the bad kind of cheesy. Like, it's the good kind of cheesy. Like, the endearing and adorable kind of cheesy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so cheesy that you're just like, I can't even watch this. It's just so cheesy, and you're like, oh, that's really stupid, but it's really cute type cheesy. If the first couple episodes you're like, this is the weirdest thing ever, keep watching it, because I thought that too. And then it turned out to be freaking beautiful and amazing. I loved it so much. Like, I can't even express my love for it.
So, if for some reason you haven't heard of Boys Over Flowers, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, I will enlighten you. So, Boys Over Flowers follows the classic K-drama poor female lead. She saves a student's life at this very prestigious school and then gets a scholarship to attend that school. Unfortunately, that school is run by 4 boys who call themselves F4 or Flower 4. They're like the richest high schoolers in Korea.
They can get away with not wearing their school uniforms and also bullying the other students.
Yeah, so basically
badly.
they rule the school and they're bullies, but soon one of the guys starts to fall for the poor girl, as all the classic K-dramas go, and stuff happens.
This was my first time seeing Lee Min-ho in a drama. I know, big surprise, but I hadn't really watched any of his stuff before, and I really liked him in this drama. I've heard that he won't watch Boys Over Flowers because he's too embarrassed by it.
I would be too.
But it's so fun. I'm not gonna lie, I really like his perm.
It's probably one of the best
It's one of the better
perms.
ones. I really like curly hair, and it's kind of adorable. Like, the one scene where one of her friend's boyfriend is like, it looks like a croissant. I want to take a picture of it. I want to reach out and touch his fluffy croissant hair. It's so adorable. This whole video mostly is going to be spoilers from here on out because it's kind of hard to. Most people have seen it, and it's kind of hard to talk about this, not go into spoilers because, reasons.
It's Boys Over Flowers.
It's Boys Over Flowers. Go watch it. It's on both Netflix and Drama Fever, so you have like no excuse not to watch it. So go do that now. So we gotta talk about second male lead stuff.
Okay.
I really, 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 really like Ji-hoo as John Dee's friend. I don't like him as her boyfriend.
He's probably one of the worst and most well-known cases of second male lead syndrome.
I really like him a lot. Not as an actor, because apparently he sucks as a legit person. But
he's
his
also
character,
playful kiss.
His character, I really enjoy their friendship. I saw this one post on Tumblr kind of about it, and it's like, if it weren't for Gu Junpyo, if it was a completely different universe where Gu Junpyo didn't exist, Ji-hoo and John Dee would be perfect. They would be perfect. But there's something about Gu Junpyo, even though he's not the perfect person, and he's not the nicest person to her, especially at the beginning, and he has so many issues, like, literally, for some reason, you just can't not ship Gu Junpyo and John Dee. Like, you just can't. I don't even know what it is. You just, for some reason, just Ji-hoo and John Dee, just as a couple, don't appeal to me. Even after they did the whole, like, wedding photo thing, and, he's kissed her a couple times, and no, I can't undo my feelings for Junpyo and John D. It just doesn't work. But I really like him as a friend. I feel like they're really good as best friends. Like,
because even in the end, he wasn't sore about it. He wasn't salty. He became a doctor. And they were still friends, which was one of the great things about the ending, because you got to see that.
I appreciate the fact that Gu Junpyo is like, if I don't get her, you're the only person I want to have her, which is kind of, they didn't really ask John D's opinion, so that is kind of a bit, sexist and stuff. But it's kind of cute at the same time, and it kind of shows how important John D and Jiho's relationship is. Like, they're such good friends, and I really love how she's the one who kind of made it so he could make up to his grandfather, and oh my gosh, she's such an awesome human being without meaning to be an awesome human being. Like, she just seems to be in the right place at the right time, and all these things happen to her that she doesn't really intend to happen. Like, at the beginning, she didn't really come out there to go save a student's life. It just kind of happened. And
she's just always in the right place.
She's just always in the right place at the right time, and she just is genuinely caring about other people. Unlike, most of F4 for the beginning of the show. I just really love her a lot.
Besides the fact that I don't really, her hair is kind of bad. It's not that bad. There are some points in the show where it's really bad. But it's not that bad. And she eats like a cow.
Me too.
Jandy's still a enjoyable character. Like, I don't know what it is about her. She's not annoying, really.
You sympathize with her. I think that's why.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, she kind of brings F4 together. She brings the best out in them.
Yeah.
And their friendship is like this. I love the friendship between F4 and Jandy, especially, you see it develop, definitely, throughout the show. And then in the last episode, one of the last episodes, where they're all dancing with her, and they're, all having their moments, private conversations of each of their personal relationships with her. That makes me really happy.
F4 is, it's they're the dream team or something.
They are the epitome of Korean flower boy groups.
Yeah, but it's I almost want to call them the freaking Avengers of Korea, because I don't even know.
True,
they
though.
always come to the rescue, and they're always so awesome, and
and they always have their theme song.
It makes me happy every time I see them. You know what I mean? It's like they just make me happy when I see them. For any particular reason, I'm just always happy when I see F4. It'd be awesome. I just want to be friends with them. It'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something about F4 that's just really appealing. Not just because they're attractive or rich or anything like that. I'm just I would want to be friends with these guys. They seem there's always adventure around them, and they're always, super cool, and just, I would want to be John D, just because, even though she's poor and stuff. She has 4 guys following her around and, being super awesome, and
making sure she doesn't get kidnapped unless they kidnap her.
Yeah, well, she does get kidnapped and almost drown,
3 times, at least.
Dozen. She gets combined
kidnapping and drowning combined.
It's quite
a
few
dozen
times.
Yeah, this show has every single K-drama cliche besides cancer.
One.
Besides cancer, it has all the cliches. I'm not even kidding. You can play K-drama cliche bingo and you will
piggyback rides, drowning, getting hit by a car,
getting
evil
in
mother,
car accidents,
kidnapping, male lead thing,
poor girls, going to Jeju Island.
Yeah, getting drunk.
Yeah. Puking on your significant other.
Dances. All sorts of things.
Everything.
Always
But
happen.
it's beautiful because it's so cliche in the best way. It's not like they just add in one random, very dramatic cliche. They're all there, and they're all dramatic. This is definitely a dramatic drama. That may sound silly, but if you look at it, there are some dramas that are, they're dramas. There's supposed to be drama in them, but this, I don't know, it's on a different level.
This is the epitome of dramas. There's a reason it's probably the most well-known one.
Yeah.
Because it's here's other dramas, here's Boys Over Flowers.
It's almost overdone, but it's not.
I think it is overdone, but at the same
not in an
but not in a
you
bad
can stand
way.
it. It's not like you have to stop watching because it's bad or anything.
Mm-mm.
It's just I don't know.
It's just wonderful in the worst kind of way. It's like
it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
I guess.
it is, and it's just I don't even know. The soundtrack is amazing, even Almost Paradise, which you hate but love at the same time. But I really like the one song by Shiny that's in
Stand by Me.
Yeah, and I actually realized it was by Shiny. Like, sadly, I recognized their voices before
And that
I
was
even looked
years
it up.
ago. That was at least 5 years ago.
Yeah, and I recognized their voices. Isn't that sad? That's pretty sad. I was like, that's Jung Hoon and Onu singing. I'd bet money on it, and then it was. I really hate Gu Junpyo's mother, and I know I'm not the first person to say this, but I hate her so much. Like, there were several times I sent you Snapchats where I was like, is it okay if I murder her?
Yeah.
Like, what is it with rich parents in Korea and being not okay with their children, like, actually marrying for love?
She faked the death of her own husband.
Yeah. Like, she's a literal piece of garbage. She's so terrible to everyone. Her daughter, her son, her husband.
She freaking takes a wrecking ball and destroys her
Yeah!
son's girlfriend's house.
And then she tries to take it out on her friends, on John Dee's friends. Because Gu Junpyo was stupid and was like, you can't touch John Dee. And she's like, okay, well, I won't touch John Dee, but I can't make any promises about anybody else. So, actually, I'm going to, like, screw with all of her friends. And, yeah. I hate her so much. Like, I'm mad because she didn't get what she deserved. At all.
Yeah.
Like, not at all. Not at all.
Like this, Boys Over Flowers was my first K-drama, and I just remember, besides the initial shock of how ridiculous it was, the mom, she, like, freaked
so
me
bad.
out. And, you know, there have been some pretty good, bad K-drama moms over time. There are some really bad
I thought
ones.
Kim Ju-won's was bad in Secret
Yeah,
Garden.
she was pretty
But
bad.
she's not even as bad as this one, and she won't even talk to her son anymore, even after they had 3 kids.
Again, Gu Junpyo, his mom,
Feels
just like
bad
the rest
for
of the show,
Junpyo.
it's like above all the other K-dramas because it's so overdone.
2 of my favorite, not necessarily leading characters. I really like Gu Junpyo's sister. She is like the
She's
ultimate.
awesome.
She's like, she ships Gu Junpyo and Jendi so hard, and she is doing everything she can to make them work. And because she's had bad experiences, because the same thing that's going on with Gu Junpyo is going on with her, and she's like, I know what you're up to, mother, who I don't like. And so I love her. I love the fact that she's like helping out her little brother so much, and as well as being a friend to John Dee, even when John Dee wasn't really like, you know, happy with Gu Junpyo at whatever particular moment.
Yeah.
And another character I love, one of my favorite characters is Yi Jung from F4. Oh my gosh. He makes me so happy and so sad at the same time. Like, the whole pottery thing.
I loved that he was like this rich guy that, like, you wouldn't expect it, but he did pottery.
Like, he's like the playboy, like, Casanova type thing of the group. And yet, same time, you know, he I just don't even know where to go with him. Like, I was really worried for a part of the show that he was gonna end up back with his first girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you need to be with John Dee's friend, because you two are perfect for each other, and she's the one who's helping you through all this. Why would you go back to the one chick? I was so glad that didn't happen. So glad. I was really, really worried that was gonna happen.
There have been a few times where I've shipped second couples as much as them.
I do. I ship those two so much. Okay, and the other member of F4, Won Bin, I love him. Like, I don't even know. His bad English and the fact that he's like, his father's like a mafia leader type thing.
He had like no contributions to the plot.
But at the same time, he needed to be there. Like, it wouldn't be F4 without him.
Yeah, like, I swear every single thing he said was gangster English.
Yo, buddy, what's up?
I think the first time when I was watching Boys Over Flowers, I sent Snapchats of whatever I'm watching to friends. I don't know if I sent them to you, but I sent them to Olivia.
Maybe you did a long time ago.
And I'm sending my friends these weird clips of this Korean guy saying
I was doing that
English,
with 20 the other night.
It was great. I love him.
Just F4 as a whole is just amazing. Like, I would literally just watch a show of F4 doing whatever the heck they
It
want
would
to
be
do.
like
I don't
keeping
even
up
care
with
what they're doing.
Kardashians,
Yeah,
but it would
except
be
keeping
F4.
up with F4. Can we have that, Korea? We're talking to you. Can we have that, please? Thank you. I'm kind of mad now that Drama Fever did the one April Fool's Day thing about Boys Over Flowers too.
Now you're mad.
Because I actually want a Boys
mad.
Over Flowers too.
Okay, the synopsis for that show, though, is so ridiculous, with Psy randomly rapping and Dakota Fanning falling in love with the Gu Junpyo, and it's so ridiculous, but I love it. I would totally watch the heck out of that.
I would watch it.
Like,
I would watch it. I was pretty satisfied with the ending of Boys Over Flowers. Like, I felt like they did a pretty good job of being like, this is where all the characters went.
yeah.
But I don't know if they really did anything with Won Bin. Did they even go into where he was?
No.
No.
Joins the mafia.
Joins the mafia. I was mad that Gu Junpyo's mother didn't get what she deserved.
Yeah.
'Cause usually I'm not about, like, taking revenge on people, but she was a terrible person. Terrible person.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I wish we would have got to see, like, an actual, like, Gu Junpyo John D wedding rather than just meeting on the beach and stuff.
Actually, because this is based off of a manga that was turned into a 50-episode anime, there is a Japanese J-drama adaptation where I believe there's an actual wedding, which I still need to watch. It's called Hana
I know, but I want to see, like, Lee Min-ho.
Yeah,
and,
me
like,
too.
The
Me
actual
too.
people.
But the
'cause otherwise
story...
it's not the same.
There were photoshops on Drama Fever
That's true.
of their wedding.
But I want to see it happen. I was really, honestly, earlier on in the show, I thought that when the wedding between Jae Kyung and Gu Junpyo, I thought it was going to be like a psych, I'm marrying John D instead, and they were going to do like a flip-flop thing, but that didn't really happen.
I still
Like,
like
I
that
was
scene,
thinking
though, because F4.
I kind of, honestly, I haven't really talked about Jae Kyung, but I like her as like a male
Yeah,
lead.
she doesn't suck.
She doesn't suck. She's not terrible. Obviously, I don't ship her in Gu Junpyo, but I don't hate her. I hate the hospital chick more.
Yeah, because she was manipulative and evil.
Yeah. And she was
she
only there
tried
for
to
like
take
one
it away.
episode, and I was like, why are you here?
Because they had to add in as many cliches as they
It's
could.
true. Like, not one, but two second female leads.
Trying to steal a man.
Yeah. Cause honestly, if she really cared about Gu Junpyo and about the other people, she would have, like, tried to help him remember John D. But no, she's like, I don't want him to remember. I want him for myself. And completely disregarding the fact that John D and him had way too much history and shouldn't even... Like, she's like, I hope you don't feel bad about this, but I'm taking your man. I was like, you need to die. You need to do more than just hurt yourself skiing. Maybe go skiing again and break something else. That'd be nice.
Break something else. Yeah, I honestly thought
I hated her so much. Because I was like, why... Like, you literally butted into somebody else's business, like, big time.
She came out of freaking nowhere.
She came out of freaking nowhere. And was like, completely disregarded John D's feelings. Like, it was kind of obvious they were trying to get her, or get Junpyo to remember John D. And they just kind of she just kind of completely disregarded it.
She didn't even know these people. She was like, I like that dude. I'm gonna steal him.
And take him to the United States with me.
It's not like she even knew him before the accident.
No.
I hated her. I have some choice names for her that I'm not gonna say.
But anyway, as I was saying with Jae Kyung, I like her because I enjoyed that she's able to be friends with John D as well. Like, there was no rivalry between her and John D. I mean, there was, but it wasn't an evil, menacing rivalry. Like,
it was an honest.
It was like,
upfront.
I understand you like this guy. Understand I like him too. And I understand that you love him a lot, but I am being forced into this marriage that's not necessarily of my choosing type thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was like they both understood that they liked him, and Jae Kyung understood that Gu Junpyo liked John D and not her, but she was still trying to get him to like her, but she never did it in a way that really hurt John D.
It was an honest fight.
Like, sometimes there were some parts where she could have been a little nicer, but for the most part, she was just a really genuinely decent person.
Yeah.
I liked her. I wish we would have got to seen her before, like, the series ended. See whatever
Yeah,
happened
I would have liked to see more.
I would have liked to see where she ended up.
I hope she got a good ending.
Plot twist, her and Won Bin get married because we don't know what happens to either of them.
Oh my gosh, that would be so funny.
But I think that's all we have to say for Boys Over
I'm pretty
Flowers.
sure we just kind of fangirl this
Yeah.
whole time, but you know, it's a classic. The plot, if you're watching this, if you've watched it, you know the plot.
Yeah.
It's cliche, wonderful, beautiful, cute, fantastic. I love it.
And now for song recommendations. Since we're talking about Boys Over Flowers, I would recommend Stand By Me by SHINee, because I really like that song. It's probably one of my favorite ones on the thing, and I just really like SHINee in general. And also, I would recommend, as an album, I would recommend Super Junior D&E, their subunit, their album The Beat Goes On. It has like some upbeat songs and some more mellow songs, and just overall the entire album as a whole, it just really fits well together, and I think it's the perfect kind of album for like spring and summer. It came out this spring, but I think it'd be a really good summer album too, because it's pretty jammin'. I like it.
Okay, and for mine, again, because we're talking about Boys Over Flowers, instead of choosing, well, this actually is a song from the Boys Over Flowers OST, and it's the one Lee Min-ho sings, because I didn't realize he sang until I looked up the OST, and he's not like, I don't know, he's not a singer. He has like an album and an EP out or something, but he still has one of those really nice, deep, rich voices that
like a baritone
you fall in love with
yeah.
anyway, and he sings My Everything. It is in Boys Over Flowers. And also, I'm going to say, because I'm stupid.
Is that the one that plays during that stupid cleaning scene?
Yes!
Okay, first, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting to talk about this.
I wanted to talk about this. This is why I mentioned it.
The worst scene in this entire show is when John D is taking over her parents' job for a day because they're sick, and is cleaning windows in whatever building that is. I don't even know what they use that building for. It's just kind of
just a building.
A building that everyone always happens to be in. And so Ji-hoo shows up as second male lead student. It's like, would you like me to help you clean this? And so they do. And then afterwards she's like, would you like coffee and a ride? And so they get cheap coffee. And he's freaking riding around on one of those stupid cleaning machines. We were watching, okay, I was watching this in Spanish class, and she's sitting next to me. She's laughing so hard. It's during finals, by the way. She's laughing so hard. She has to leave the room. It was so bad.
I didn't even say anything.
Oh my gosh.
She
wasn't even listening to it. I actually listened to the stuff, and I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
I kept looking away, and then I looked back at both Hannah's reaction and the screen. I kept laughing. I just got up and I walked out of the room and started laughing.
Everyone was staring at us too. Way to go.
It was so funny.
It was so bad. Worst scene in the... And then it was a flashback later in the show. It wasn't as bad, but I was still like, are you kidding me?
So bad. Probably one of the best and worst scenes I've ever seen in a K-drama.
It's so bad. Like, you have to watch it for it to be funny, because this freaking Ji-hoo looks like he's having the time of his life riding this stupid cleaning machine. I'm like, you're all idiots. You're all stupid. How did you survive past age 10?
He almost did, because he got in a car wreck.
Where's the lie?
There is no lie.
Okay. I think that's all for our song recommendations. I can't breathe! Be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. Be sure to discuss the show with us. Pretty sure you've all seen it. You know, it's pretty popular if you haven't. And so be sure to discuss down below and stuff. I'm gonna go perform CPR on Katie. I'll see you guys all later. 안녕. 너무 생각나는 날에 가슴 시리고 슬픈 날에